bottega.
Okay. Okay, something is going on. Okay. Fuck. Ah. Oh my god, we did. Continue campaign. Okay. We magically did. Fantastic.
There are two types of rebellion. A general whose loyalty has dropped too low may attempt to form his own clan rather than defect to another. If this happens, he will raise an army and try to capture the nearest castle town. Riots amongst the peasants can also escalate into full-scale rebellions.
Okay.
When unhappiness becomes too great, the peasants will riot. Farms supply food. A province's castle town is the central settlement within it. As the main administrative center, it contains a castle as well as trade and military buildings. Castle towns are the main consumer of food supplies in the province, so it is vitally important to keep agricultural buildings upgraded to avoid food shortages. Farms supply food and castle towns consume it. Although food is automatically distributed across all our provinces, if the total consumption in towns is not matched by farms, then food shortages can occur, which will lead to unrest and, ultimately, rebellion.
Okay.
Make sure our farms are upgraded as we construct larger castle towns.
Huh. The mouse scrolling here is like in lockstep. In our game, the mouse scrolling is smooth. So, haha, better game, fixed. No, but it's interesting to see that they simply handled it by doing the jump, and that's it. While I preferred to like, yeah, it's not that noticeable when you scroll, when you rapidly do it, but if you do it slowly,
When unhappiness becomes too great, the peasants will riot. Factors which may cause a riot are low daimyo honor, food shortages, taxation, the presence of rampaging enemy armies in the province, and religious unrest.
okay.
There are two types of rebellion.
So, here,
Details of victory conditions and missions are stored here. In addition to becoming shogun, each clan has a set of predetermined territorial conquests that it must complete in order to attain victory. These are displayed at the top of this tab. Click on a mission to check the time remaining for completion or read its details again.
okay. So, victory provinces Bungo, Higo, Hyuga, Ozumi, Satsuma, and Kyoto. Okay. And the number of provinces held.
This
Clans?
tab lists the clans whose territory neighbors your own, and the information about the diplomatic relations between you.
Okay, at war. Here, already trading. Okay.
This tab lists all as generals, a character's retainers. As this details of this tab lists the clans whose territory neighbors your own, and the information about the diplomatic relations between you. This tab lists all armies currently fielded by our clan, their available action points, current positions, the commanding general's name and loyalty, and troop numbers. It can be sorted by each of those headings. In addition to skills gained through experience, characters within the as general. This panel shows. This tab lists all. This panel shows you information about a general working for our clan. His name, age, rank, personality traits, and military skills are all listed, along with details of his retainers and a breakdown of his command abilities. You can also access the skill tree via the dedicated button. This is the character skill tree, where the experience gained by generals and agents during the campaign can be used to acquire useful skills. As a character improves, they gain experience points that gradually increase their ranking stars, each star being equivalent to 2 skill choices. Click on the question mark button for more information about skills in the encyclopedia. In addition to skills gained through experience, characters within the clan will develop a character's retainers as general. This panel shows you information as generals within the clan acquire experience points. There will be the opportunity to select useful skills from the skill tree. The tree will be displayed whenever a new level of experience has been reached, enabling you to choose the elements that make up the general's skill set yourself. A character's retainers consists of the objects, assistants, and general hangers-on that great men accumulate during their careers. Characters will from time to time increase their retainers by choosing from a pool of available items and people, the presence of which will affect their abilities. In addition to skills gained through experience, characters within the clan will develop personality traits that affect their abilities. Some traits are present from the beginning, others are acquired as a character progresses through the campaign. This is the character skill tree, where the experience gained by generals and agents during the campaign can be used to acquire useful skills. As a character improves, they gain experience points that gradually increase their ranking stars.
So this is it, and this is the. So we have the faction leader.
All armies and fleets have a zone of control, represented by the circle displayed around them.
Okay.
You cannot enter a zone of control unless you are attacking the army within it.
Perfect.
This tab lists all the provinces currently controlled by our clan by name, public order, speciality, food, and wealth. It can be sorted by each of those headings. It also shows information about those provinces adjacent to our own, so we can make informed decisions regarding future conquests.
Okay. Thank you. I was reading through the. Here is samurai. Basic unit statistics can be modified by default. It's interesting to see that here the morale is up. Here the morale is like down here, whatever. So the recruitment cost 700, melee attack 6, charge bonus 15, bonus versus cavalry 25, melee defense 8, armor 5, morale 10. Strengths and weaknesses: very good against cavalry, good defensive unit, good in melee but weak against katana and nodachi samurai, vulnerable to matchlocks. I don't know what's that. Abilities: rapid advance, increases a unit's movement speed and charge bonus for a short period of time. Okay. Requires the Yari drill yard. Okay. Yari samurai. Okay. Descriptions: these spear wielding warriors can be used to lead the charge or to form a defensive wall of spears. So very good against cavalry, good defensive unit, good in melee but weak against katana and nodachi samurai. Okay, vulnerable to matchlocks. Yari samurai are extremely adaptable in battle. Spears can be used at the charge, while in defense they form an almost impenetrable wall against cavalry. The length of spears makes them especially effective against mounted troops, where they can pierce the breast of the horse, or skewer a rider. In melee, Yari samurai are skilled warriors that perform well against all but the best infantry troops. However, they have no defense against missile attacks, lacking the mobility to move quickly out of range. The Yari became increasingly popular among generals as the Sengoku Jidai progressed. Ashigaru, as well as samurai warriors, were armed with it, though each used it very differently. Ashigaru Yari were much longer, and they were used to create a wall of spears, and even the length varied from clan to clan. For the samurai, the Yari became used as they realized that the bow made them vulnerable when in close combat. Okay. So this is the Yari samurai, and this is the Yari Ashigaru. So costs way less, but both in recruitment and in upkeep. Melee attack 4 against the 6. Okay. Charge bonus 1. No charge bonus. Bonus versus cavalry 20. Here is 25. Melee defense 3. 8. Armor 2. Morale 5. Okay. Armor 5. Morale 10. Okay. Strengths and weaknesses. Very good against cavalry. Useful defensive unit. Weak in melee against samurai infantry. Useful defensive unit. Weak in melee against samurai infantry. Vulnerable to missiles. Abilities. Abilities rapid advance. Abilities Yari wall, a tight packed formation presenting a wall of Yari to the front to deter enemy cavalry attack. So they are both very good against cavalry, good defensive unit, useful defensive unit, good in melee but weak against katana and nodachi samurai, weak in melee against samurai infantry, vulnerable to missiles, vulnerable to matchlocks. Requires the fort. Description. These Ashigaru are armed with long spears for using close combat. or to make an almost impenetrable defense against cavalry. The spear is a remarkably flexible weapon in tactical terms. It can be used in single or mass combat and is equally effective for attack and defense. Yari Ashigaru are armed with very long spears that are almost pikes. And can be used to lead a battle charge into Yari Ashigaru are armed with very long spears that are almost spikes and can be used to lead a battle charge into battle or act as pinchers. They are very well drilled but lack the skill and dedication of samurai. Yari Ashigaru are most effective when they work together as a block, forming a wall of spears. Any cavalry that charges into a well-managed formation of Yari Ashigaru will be wiped out, as the horses and the riders are skewed. By the Sengoku Jidai, the Yari was the most common weapon issued to Ashigaru and samurai, although they use different fighting techniques and tactics. The Ashigaru would use spears in formation, particularly against cavalry charges. Each would take a kneeling position and form a line, laying their spears on the ground in front of them. As the charge grew nearer, they would be ordered to raise their spears and, at the last moment, thrust the spears upwards into the belly of the horse. Once a spear was in a target, it was to be held firmly in place until otherwise ordered. So basically, okay, you have one of Yari Ashigaru. One of Yari Samurai, one of Yari Ashigaru, another one of Yari Ashigaru, and then Boa Ashigaru. Basic unit statistics. So the Boa Ashigaru recruitment cost 350, 250, same upkeep as the Yari Ashigaru. Melee attack 2, charge bonus 2, bonus versus guy 0, range 150, accuracy 25. A unit with high morale is less likely to react in the face of danger. Gain experience on the battlefield with the morale. In attack determines the chance of a successful... Okay, so we already read. Range. Accuracy. These are the row of hitting the enemy by fire. Okay. Ammunition, melee defense 1, armor 1, morale 4. Strengths and weaknesses: long range and short reload time, low accuracy and morale, very weak in melee, very vulnerable to cavalry. Okay. Abilities: flaming arrows. This unit can fire flaming arrows for a short period of time. So basically, long range, short reload time. Okay. Low accuracy and morale. Okay. Very weak in melee, very vulnerable to cavalry. Flaming arrows have a greater damage effect and can set fire to flammable objects. Flaming arrows don't function in wet weather. Screens, a shield that can be erected during the deployment phase when you are defending. It impedes the movement of enemies and blocks enemy projectiles. Bow Ashigaru are lightfoot archers used to screen the front line, harassing enemies with long-range volleys of arrows. These soldiers do not possess the prowess of prestige of samurai, but they are still a formidable force. In the same time it takes to fire and reload a firearm once, these archers can lose a dozen arrows upon the enemy. Once hand-to-hand fighting starts, they should retreat to safety behind the battle line. As Bow Ashigaru are not trained or properly equipped for melee. They must also be wary of cavalry, having little defense against a charge. Historically, bow ashigaru were used as skirmishers and sharpshooters, and were also expected to take part in close combat once they had fired all their arrows. Perhaps surprisingly, they were not made obsolete by the arrival of guns. While gunners reloaded, archers could continue to fire arrows, providing cover and maintaining the pressure on an enemy. It was the job of the Yumiko Gashira, an Ashigaru commander, to judge when the enemy was in range and when to fire, so that no arrows were wasted. Assistants would be ready with well-stocked boxes of arrows for resupply, and if they ran out, an archer could always pick up enemy arrows and return them to the original owners. So that's it. Army.
This tab shows all the units or ships available for recruitment from the building you have currently selected. Right-click on the ship or ship card to see its description. Left-click on it to add it to the queue, and again to remove it. Recruitment cost is displayed underneath. Recruitment time is shown in the top left-hand corner of the card. This tab shows all existing buildings in the selected castle town and surrounding province. Mouse over them to see what can yet be constructed. Right-click on a picture to see its description. Left-click on a building to add it to the queue, and again to remove it. Construction cost is displayed underneath. Construction time is shown in the top left-hand corner. Some buildings cannot be constructed until certain arts have been mastered. In these instances, please go to the Mastery of the Arts panel to begin study.
Okay.
Agents are recruited directly from a province via the Recruitment tab on the Review panel. Recruitment is instant, but cost may vary depending on the number of factors, such as the presence of certain buildings, clan, or character traits. Each general has a loyalty rating that is used to determine his likeliness to be bribed, leave our clan, and defect to another. Loyalty is influenced by factors such as the daimyo's honor, glorious victories in battle, marriage within the clan, being made heir to the clan leadership. The troops can be stationed inside a castle. Each general has a loyalty rating that is used to determine his likeliness to be bribed, leave our clan, and defect to another. Loyalty is influenced by factors such as the daimyo's honor, glorious victories in battle, marriage within the clan, being made heir to the clan leadership, the acquisition of character traits and skills, the choices made during dilemmas, and whether a general is made a commissioner or neglected within the clan. If their loyalty gets too low, there may be no choice other than to order that they commit seppuku. Ports do not just facilitate trade income, they also enable the construction of naval vessels. Note that ships can also be ordered directly from fleets if commanded by a general.
since basically
The wealth of a province is the sum of the base income generated by the castle town, farms, ports, and province specialty buildings, minus tax, which is our income. This is displayed in the lower left section of the province details panel. The lower right section shows the factors affecting the castle town's additional economic growth over the following season, and indeed, every season to come.
okay. So the thing is that farms plus 1 plus minus 1 province food supply is 0. So we need some food, you know, if we want to upgrade to stronghold. Coastal village. As a build statistics, costa plus 1 per turn town growth from ports. Okay. Movement speed is increased by 15% on trails. So, upgrading these we change from a 50% movement speed bonus to a 30%, so double the bonus. Plus 2% to the replenishment rate. The rice paddies here is plus 900 wealth from farms and provides food 1. Here plus 1125 to wealth and provides 2 food. The smithy can be either upgraded to armorer or weaponsmith. Weaponsmith plus 2 melee attack for samurai recruited in this province, plus 2 melee attack for Ashigaru recruited in this province. Armor plus 2 armor for samurai recruited in this province, plus 2 armor for Ashigaru. Okay, and it costs quite a lot of money. I think I'll go with the rice paddies so that I can get this, and then I can like we can in this way we can recruit more. We can recruit have Yari Shigaru garrison and samurai retainers. We can recruit the Yari Ashigaru, the Bo Ashigaru.
This panel enables selection of the arts that, when mastered, will give us an advantage over our rivals. To begin, simply select the item you wish to master. There are no buildings required in order to do this, although there are some buildings that require mastery of certain arts before they can be constructed. Mouse over an art for a short description, details of effect.
So here, if we go on the recruitment, Yari Ashigaru, Bo Ashigaru.
Buildings that have been damaged due to sabotage or battle can be rebuilt. To repair a building, select it and click on the Rebuild button to the left of the review panel. If simply left, damaged buildings will be automatically repaired very slowly over time at no cost.
I think movement is the key.
Obedience to the rule of the daimyo is measured in public order. If unhappiness begins to outweigh happiness and repression at any point, then the resultant unrest can lead to rebellion if left unchecked. Keep taxes at reasonable levels, maintain sufficient food levels, and ensure that castle towns are garrisoned to stop public order bubbling over into insurrection.
So... the army. Shimatsu Katana Samurai. So, they cost a lot. Melee attack 14, charge bonus 15, bonus versus crawling 9, and defense 5, armor 5, morale 10. Very good in melee, high morale, vulnerable to cavalry, vulnerable to missiles. These are elite heavy infantry armed with katana, especially expertly crafted two-handed swords that are a perfect combination of sharpness and resilience. Katana samurai are an elite heavy infantry unit. They form part of the main line in battle, charging forward to engage the enemy in close combat. The katana is a very effective melee weapon. Its incredibly sharp blade easily cuts through enemies, while the flat deflects enemy blows. A samurai goes into battle accepting death and fearing little, which gives him excellent morale. Accepting death and foolishly risking your life for no purpose are not the same thing, and katana samurai must be wary of threats from cavalry and missile troops, against which they have very little defense. The katana sword is the weapon most readily associated with the samurai. Its elegant curved single blade is crafted from many folded layers of high carbon steel that can take a sharp edge but is brittle, and low carbon steel that is tough but relatively soft and prone to blunting. By combining both metals, the katana manages to be tough and retain a razor sharp edge. Historically, the katana was made to be used as a two-handed sword. The sharp edge of the blade would cut into an enemy, and the momentum of the samurai's blow would carry it through their body, often killing in one deft movement. It was a sword used for cutting rather than thrusting. A shield was not necessary, as the sword would be used to parry and deflect an enemy's strike, using the flat of the blade, without fear of it breaking. Cool. I think we'll be recruiting I think they take 2 turns.
An ungarrisoned castle town automatically generates units of samurai retainers and women to defend it if attacked. Although not as effective during a battle as regular troops, and unable to leave the castle town in which they were spawned, they are well able to manage day-to-day public order problems.
Okay, so let's end it.
Ideal for whittling down the enemy before battle is joined. These troops are best kept at range and will suffer heavy losses if engaged in melee.
Master of Kenjutsu, the sword, symbol of honor, symbol of strength, peerless in Kenjutsu. Our samurai have katana skills that are matched only by their innate sense of honor and duty. We must further our understanding of Kenjutsu so that our men may continue to maintain their advantage in battle. Master the following art, way of the sword. Shimatsu Katana Samurai. Okay.
Units can be recruited directly by a general in the field. Select the Recruitment tab, then left-click on a unit to add it to the queue, and again to remove it. When ready, units will walk to the appropriate general and merge with his army. Note that units can only walk directly. A daimyo does not have loyalty to the clan he leads. He has honor instead. There are 3 ways to move an army from a castle town onto the landscape. In order to move the entire force, select the castle town and right-click on the point you wish to move to. To move a specific unit, select it and right-click on the point you wish to move to, or left-click on it and drag it out onto the map. When you release the cursor, the army will walk to the chosen spot. Control and left-click enables you to select more than one unit at once.
Okay,
There are
please
3 ways to move an
stop the advisor, good lord. Oh, they have no men, basically.
Winning a battle isn't just about greater numbers. The balance of units and the general's ability are essential too. Look at the strength ratio and reinforcement.
The battle is just about greater numbers. The balance of units and the general's ability are essential
Army or fleet spread over 2 or more unit stacks may not be able to fight as a single force. A clan can field a maximum of 20 units at one time. In this instance, additional units will arrive for battle piecemeal, joining the fray to replace units that have been routed or destroyed. Siege weapons cannot be used as reinforcements, as they are fixed in position during the deployment phase, so they are therefore unable to move on to the battlefield once this phase is over.
So we have some light cavalry, the Yarashigaru, the women, the Boa Shigaru, so two units of bowmen, 1 unit of Yarashigaru spearmen, okay, 1 unit of cavalry. Okay, okay. Assault. Assault with have little patience. Refugees. I wish to start the wars. Assault. Battle of Kokubu. 1545. Yeah. Okay, weather conditions. As the attacking force, you may choose to wait for more favorable weather conditions before commencing your attack. Dry effects, no adverse effects. Right, start deployment. It's a fantastic day to battle.
刀は抜いた。敵方に一人でも生き残りがいる限り、この刀鞘には収めん。すべてはお家のためじゃ。我が敵は奴らの領主と一門に忠誠を誓う勇敢な侍どもだ。あの者どもを滅ぼすとなると心が痛むが、これも
運命のなせる技。仕方なかろう。我が計略は簡単明瞭。この石垣を叩き崩すのじゃ。それができねば乗り越えるまで、乗り越えられねば敵の屍を積んで登るまでよ。これだけは約束する。戦が終わったら忙しくなる。跳ねた敵の首を集めて数えんとならんからな。
Remember that the goal here is to capture the castle, not to destroy it. To achieve victory, either kill or rout the entire army, or capture the central keep. Before you begin, ensure that any siege weapons are positioned close enough to target the enemy and their defenses.
We don't have any siege weapons. Okay, so let's this formation. This one is against head-on cavalry charges. Right damage of flanking maneuvers. Toggle variable formation. Guard mode. This will put your troops on the defensive. Guard mode makes your men hold position. Even if an enemy unit routes, even if an enemy unit routes, your men will remain in position and hold your line. Fantastic. Loose formation. Loose formation minimizes casualties when under heavy fire, but makes them more vulnerable to minimum charge attacks. What's that? Spear point? Balanced army attack formation, right click for moving formation. Land battle group formations. The following group formations that an army or group of units can be set into. Spear point. This is a balanced army attack formation consisting of a front row of archers and matchlock troops, a row of katana armed units, doubled in the center and flanked by Naginata troops. Oh, it's something like advanced. Okay, so we don't care about it now. Fire tool. Fire tool allows your units to fire at enemy within range when they see fit. The effort of consistently firing and reloading will quickly tire your men, and they will use their ammo quickly, but not wisely. Toggle skirmish mode, so this. In skirmish mode, units will keep a safe distance from the enemy. Skirmish tactics can be employed to slow an advancing enemy or distract a specific. Okay. Specific units. Skirmish units are vulnerable to cavalry charges. Guard mode, it's the same, use formation. Let's one cavalry unit protect this flank. Another cavalry unit protect this flank. And what? Must destroy the mic. And this unit of spearmen right here.
A selection group is an easy way to select a unit or group of units by pressing a single key on your keyboard. Create up to 10 selection groups by clicking on the unit or group of units in question and pressing G. However, when grouped, units will not behave as a group. The game speed controls are used to adjust the speed of the battle. You can pause the game or put it into slow motion by clicking on the buttons to the left.
So here we have the Yari Ashigaru, here the cavalry and here the bow. So we need to like intercept them. So they're sending in their cavalry. So the idea is that now we take our cavalry and we charge at their cavalry.
Our general is in grave danger, my lord!
So these are Yarioshigaros, okay. So okay. And then
The run button is used to toggle selected units between running and walking. Running is useful for going somewhere in a hurry, but doing it too much will tire the man out.
did lose some men here. Definitely.
Pressing this button cancels orders and makes selected units or ships stop where they are. This is a quicker alternative to giving them a different order.
Glorious victory will soon be yours! 大将兵隊にござる。
Battle statistics are displayed here, along with a breakdown of the condition of each surviving ship or unit. The button on the right-hand side breaks down the statistics to a per-unit level.
Sforma kills 31. Giant attack lost 17 and kills 41. Yari Samurai kills. There's 1 to 1. Yari Shogun kills 57, 24, very poorly. Bar Shogun poorly, half basically. There's a lot of these don't very fantastic.
As an alternative to straightforward occupation, upon capture of a castle town, there is also an option to loot it as well. Doing so will add a lump sum to our treasury, but there will be a greater public order penalty than that caused by occupation alone.
Peaceful occupation will result in minor damage to military buildings within the castle town. A peaceful occupation gives less money than looting, but fewer buildings will be damaged and public order will be better, making it easier to keep control of the settlement and develop it. Looting a settlement will provide a lot of money in the short term, but it will damage more buildings and public order would be worse, making it harder to keep control of the settlement peacefully. Mission successful. Okay, capture the foreign province, resume. This is an auspicious day indeed, my lord. We have successfully accomplished this mission for the greater good of the crown, and can now reap the benefits of our efforts. Call to arms. Inspired by your recent military endeavors, scores of devoted clansmen have rushed to join the ranks to take arms against the clan's enemies. +1 recruitment slots across all provinces. Season remaining 4. -1 public order. Let's exempt them from tax from now. Devastation. Repair damaged buildings in the province to improve happiness. Resistant to invasion. Some of the government remain loyal to the former clan. This will reduce over time garrison more troops in the area to increase the repression of extent to the region from tax. You can do this on the province details panel. Yes, sir. Shinto Buddhism, production farms, consumption castle, downtown building, things, the farm. Damaged buildings. One building is damaged, any effect on economic balances. Gain from it will be reduced. You can leave it to repair slowly at no extra cost, or you can spend money to repair it within one turn using the repair button on the left. Costs 3. here.
If there are problems
Building
maintaining
roads.
public order within a province, it is possible to suspend taxation until the population has settled down, or there is a large enough garrison in place to restore order through repression. This is particularly useful following the capture of a province, especially one whose
enables recruitment of ninja. Ninja of Yari Samurai enables recruitment of and replenishment of light cavalry. Well, we have the Yari. We can recruit the Yari Shimatsu Katana Samurai. And what about the Yari Samurai? Yari Samurai. But we already have it. We can already recruit the Yari Samurai. Or am I crazy?
Repression is the enforcement of your rule by the presence of garrison. The overall happiness of a population.
Okay, the construction. I don't know whether or not. Unlocking this probably will get us. Okay, so if here we will get the light cavalry. Yeah. We can build the roads.
Skilled swordsmen with excellent morale. These warriors are the body and soul of any army.
Fantastic. Mastered. Master of the arts and is the possible acceptance of death. Now studying. Strategy of defense. We are currently studying this art, can a bonus rate of mastery 25% plus 1 defense for all units. Mission issued. Your crown grows, so do we require additional means to support our new and cultural endeavors. Trade with foreign powers will lead us to commodities and riches that cannot be brought in Japan. By establishing a trade port now, we can construct ships with which to conduct foreign trade. Construct the foreign building trading port. Three turns. Let's do this. Naginata Samurai or Firebomb Throwers. I'll go with the Naginata Samurai for now.
Funds are deducted from our treasury at the beginning of each season to pay for the supplies and
しかとこれでおしまいにございます。
Here we're replenishing.
farms and other agricultural buildings increase both income and food supplies across all your provinces. This tab gathers together all reports, summaries, and notices relevant to our clan. Click on one to see the message or report. When an important event occurs, the clan management panel gathers together. The clan management panel gathers together the essential statistics.
Coronation. Trading port. No, one of our allies got attacked.
When viewing user interface panels, you will notice a question mark button in their top right hand corners. This is the Help button. Click on it to open the relevant page of the encyclopedia for an in-depth explanation of the panel's functionality.
It's getting late.
Attrition is the loss of men due to desertion, disease, etc. A unit will suffer attrition if it ends the season away from a castle town during the winter months. Ships are not designed as ocean-going vessels, so ship crews and armies transported by sea will suffer attrition if kept away from the coastline.
Okay. Let's see. And exit. Okay. Had a lot of fun. Thank you for tuning in and have a good night. Bye bye.